Hi, Marianne Visser here with Journey to Your Best. So today and over the next few days, I'm starting a series on THINK. So it's an acronym, and if you have been in any public schools and in areas where children are, you might see this acronym posted. So what this acronym means and what the letters stand for: the T stands for truthful, the H stands for helpful, the I stands for inspiring, the N stands for necessary, and the K stands for kind. So what does this mean? So before you speak, this is how it's written in the school ones, do these things. But I'm going to add in before you speak, before you post it on social media, before you act, you need to think. You need to think whether it's truthful. You need to think whether it's helpful. You need to think, is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? So, how am I going to break this into the week or into my series? I am going to take each letter and the meaning, and I'm going to break them down for us. So, truthful is our first one. So today I'm going to go over truthful and what that means to me and why I think it's important that we are truthful. So I try to be truthful in everything that I do. Sometimes you slip up and you forget, and you think it's only a little white lie. It won't make much of a difference, but it does. These little white lies that you think are so little, they knock you down and they tear apart your integrity and what people see you as, whether they can believe you. So you think, oh, just a little white lie, but how many of those are you telling? And none of them are good. So how do you keep track of it all? That's, for me, to be untruthful all of the time. How are you guys keeping track of that? And I'm not saying you specifically who's watching this, but I wonder, and it's so easy to catch people in lies because they forget who they tell them to. So you get talking to them and they're like, oh, no, I told you something different, because how do you remember all those lies? And they're lies. They're not truth. If you are constantly telling lies, people won't believe what you're saying, even when it is truthful. And then you get hurt and you think, but that's the truth. But how do we know that? We don't. So the best bet is to completely be truthful at all times. Now, me being a mother of 4, I've gone through this with all of my children, and some more than others. And he even said I could use him as an example. But he's learning, and hopefully he learns fully the art of being truthful. And what happens is everybody blames him for things that he didn't do. And he didn't do them, so he gets so out of joint when something happens in our house and he gets blamed. Well, yeah, he gets blamed because last time he did it. Not this time, but we don't know that, and we have no way of knowing that, because if you're constantly telling lies, you're getting really good at it. So, yeah, so that part of that. And me being a school bus driver, I just ran into this this past week over Mother's Day. Kids are thinking about their mothers, and they're thinking about moms and people in their lives, their mother figures. So I'm kind of that to the kids on my bus. And this one little girl, she brought a flower on a tulip on the bus the day before this incident happened, and she brought it on the bus. And I heard her tell somebody that she either got it from her neighbor, and I can't remember specifically, or she got it off the side of the road. And so then I drove past her walk to my bus stop, and I seen that color flower, but it wasn't on her property, it was on a neighbor's property. I thought, okay, that's weird. So then I continued, and I thought, there are similar colors. So the next day, she gives me a tulip, and she had one for herself. And she tells everybody, including myself, Mom gave them to me from her garden, and I'm still thinking they're the same color as that neighbor. So I thought, what do I do with this? Because I'm pretty sure I've got stolen goods here. So I went and I waited till the next morning, and that night, and I went to one of the teachers and I said, what do I do with this? And she said, talk to her. So I thought, okay, I'll do that. So I took her out and I said to her, those were very pretty flowers. And she says, I know. And I said, where'd you get them from? And she goes, oh, my mom gave them to me, or I got them from my mom's garden. And I said, are you sure? Because on the neighbor's property, they have the exact same colors. Now, she doesn't know I went and I checked, and on the neighbor's property, there's three tulips broken. So I know where they're from. So she's still sticking to this untruth. And she went and she said that it was from her mom's. And I said, oh, okay. I said, are you sure? Because the same color, right? And she goes, no, I'm sure. They're from my mom's. They're just the same color. And I said, okay. I said, so I'm going to get her address, and I'm going to write her a very nice thank you for these flowers that she gave me. And she's like, no, don't do that. She doesn't know I took them. And I said, are you pretty sure that you took them from her garden? And she goes, no, it's from the neighbors. So she got into this, and she was holding strong to this lie, but she promised me she won't do it again. So all your tulips, if you live on that road, you don't know who I'm talking about, but they're safe. She's not going to do it again, and I'm pretty sure she felt bad at the time because she got caught. But she just was sticking to that lie because it's just normal sometimes. And we lie sometimes over the silliest things. So to make us look better, and in the end, it doesn't, because you always get caught in a lie. So it makes you look bad. And who wants to hang around with somebody that you can't trust? Like, I want people in my life that I can trust, that I know that when they talk, that it is something I can believe. And if they, I just want truth in my life. And I hope that you have the same thing. So I'm going to be putting this live, and I'm going to be putting it into a blog. So if I get inspired to think about other things to put in this blog, you may have more insight into what I'm thinking about it. And then throughout the week, I'm going to go through the other letters. So if you just hopped on, I'm going through the acronym THINK, and it is T is for truthful, H is for helpful, and I is for inspiring, N is for necessary, and K is for kind. And not only do you want to be truthful in what you say, you want to be truthful in what you post on social media. And there's lots of reasons, which I won't get into in this post, on why that's important for job search, for college applications, for just everything. And also in how you act. So you need to act truthfully. So, and you need to think before you do all these things. So anyway, you have a nice day, and I hope that you come back to watch more of my videos.